There. Perfect. You got Christmas trees. Is that in your room?
Yeah.
It's awesome. My kids both have trees in their room too.
I love Christmas. Just
Do
makes
you?
me feel good.
Yeah, me too. I like it. My my mom passed away. Uh, man, how long has it been? It's going to be 25 years next year. It's been a while.
Oh,
And
I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. But she loved Christmas. So Christmas is always the time of year where I feel connected to her more than other times, you know?
Oh, that's sweet.
But yeah, it's I like Christmas. And my family, my wife loves it. She has, let me count, one, two, she has three trees in the house, all decorated. And then she has trees in each of the kids' rooms. She has
Mhm.
another tree up in her office. She's nuts. It takes us hours to get all the Christmas decorations out of the attic. It's insane.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the reasons why I asked to push this back is because my kids are home from college and they're not home yet. So when
Uh-huh.
they come home, the dogs might go crazy, and so we may have to pause if that
That's
happens.
okay. My cat always likes to meow too, so if you hear something crying, it's just my cat.
Okay. All right, cool. So you ready to get started? Did you look at the questions?
I did.
Okay. So you're prepared. It's good.
Yeah.
All right. So do you go by Tori or
It really doesn't
Victoria?
matter. Usually for softball, I do go by Tori.
Okay. What do you prefer?
Tori's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're hesitant.
Well, it just really doesn't matter. Normally I
Okay.
am called by Tori though.
See, my name is William,
Mhm.
and no one calls me William except for my mom. We talked to her about it already. And I was
Mhm.
always in trouble when she said it. So no one's allowed to use William for me. It's Bill. No exceptions.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So Tori, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for
It,
having me. I'm
yeah,
excited.
this is pretty cool. Especially now, I'm going to try to get the rest of the interviews done here since you guys are on your Christmas break. So
Hmm.
it's pretty cool. Everyone seems to have fun with it, and I enjoyed doing it. So it's pretty cool. Give you guys an opportunity to talk a little bit about softball. So
Yeah.
okay, so let's dive in.
All
So
right.
the first question. So I'm calling this the warm up round, and I changed this first question a little bit. At first, it was, "What was your walk up song?" But
Mhm.
I've learned quickly that almost no one has a walk up song. So what I'm going to do is ask, "What is your pregame hype music to get you ready for games?"
So my pregame hype music is usually like old rock. Normally I don't really listen to that like with my team. They usually like to listen to rap, which I like that too,
Yeah.
but I like oldies music.
Like what kind of oldies? Give me some examples.
Like AC/DC,
Oh, you like
Motley
that?
Crue. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's that's even old for me. Like ACDC was uh like maybe, I don't know, 10 years before my time, I would
Mhm.
say. Now, I mean, of course everyone listens to ACDC, but that's going way back. All
Yeah,
right.
I grew up listening to it. Like my dad and my grandpa really like that kind of music.
Okay. And then rap, you like rap? Rap's crazy nowadays.
Yeah, I normally don't choose to listen to it when I'm by myself, but I like it. I like any kind of music.
Yeah. That's one thing I think a lot of the kids nowadays, they listen to everything. Back when I
Yeah.
was in school, you had pockets of kids that listened to certain music and that was it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next question.
Okay.
So if you could describe your softball career in one word, what would it be?
I would choose it to be challenging.
Challenging. And why
Yeah.
is it challenging?
Because I faced a lot of things where I've just been like, wow, that's really hard to do. I really do like challenges though.
Uh-huh.
It makes me more motivated for things.
Okay. So tell me more about these challenges if you want to. If you don't want to share them, that's fine.
So my biggest challenge, I would say, in my softball career would be learning how to block. So I have always struggled with blocking, like for forever. Like my old travel coaches would always try and work with me on it, and they
Yeah.
always helped me and stuff. But there was just something where like I do all the drills, but it would just never like click like with live pitching
Mhm.
or in the game. So something that really helped me was just like not thinking about it. Whenever I played for Spirit last year, my catching coach Michaela would help me tremendously on blocking.
Yeah.
Where I started the beginning of that winter, like being afraid to block, to where at the end, starting into high school season, I would like hope that the ball would like hit the ground so I could throw my body at it.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. You're not alone. Like blocking is typically the last thing that catchers really pick up on.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to throw your body in front of a ball. I mean, that's not logical, so it's kind of hard to figure out.
Yeah, it is.
And then I know my daughter caught a little bit, but the hardest thing that she had was understanding or knowing when you had a block. So like at first you kind of have troubles figuring out if the ball is actually in the dirt or not. And,
Yeah.
And all it takes is, one hesitation, one second, and then you are too late to do it or whatever. So
Yeah, my old catching coach Michaela, she would always tell me to just think like block, 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 and then if it's not on the ground, then to just like stop. So always think that I'm going to block the ball.
yeah, yeah. And a lot of it also has to do with your pitchers. If you have a pitcher that has a tendency to throw in the dirt, like if a drop ball or drop curve, whatever,
Yeah.
and then you can expect it a little bit more.
Hmm.
Good stuff. So is that all you play at Hopewell is catcher? Didn't you play in the field?
Yeah, so my sophomore year I played right field mostly.
Okay.
I actually never really played outfield, and then my coach threw me out there and I was like, okay, I got this.
Well, in high school.
Outfield, because I would always catch for travel. But
Yeah. In high school, though, you play wherever you're needed,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just hoping to be in the field somewhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Um, I have been thrown a third very few times, but I've mostly just caught.
Third's tough.
And then I did play first this past season.
Okay.
So I'd switch like first and catcher.
Does Rhonda typically like moving you girls around everywhere? Because I think a lot of you girls play multiple positions.
Yeah, so something that she does is she's always like, make sure that you can play more than one position,
Yeah.
to where like if a coach is like, I need someone at second base, everyone on the team should be able to raise their hand and say that they need to go
Yeah.
there, or like outfield.
That's a good concept to have. Yeah.
Hmm.
Good. Okay, so let's do next question. So these are going to be game day essentials. And the first one is, what is your go-to pregame snack or meal that gets you ready for the games?
So I normally just don't eat before the games. I struggle a lot with food. So like dairy and gluten both bother me a lot. So
my daughter's like that.
yeah, so there'd be times like during the games where I'd have like gluten like before, and I'd just be like holding my stomach. I'm like, I can't bend down. So normally I just don't eat. But I mean, all of my teammates know that I always have a Beaver nutrition drink with me. It's like an energizing tea.
Okay.
It's has a lot of vitamins and minerals for it. It has caffeine in it.
What did you call it? Beaver?
It's called Beaver Nutrition. So
Beaver
it's
Nutrition.
located. It's on the main street in Beaver. It's like a Herbalife club.
Oh,
I actually work there.
Yeah. I know where you're at. I know I've been there before.
Yeah, I work there too.
Oh, you do?
So,
Okay.
yeah. So
I had a drink. It it was like red, white, and blue or something.
It was probably the Liberty.
It was terrible.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of guys don't like it. I
Oh,
usually just like it because it gives me caffeine and I don't like coffee. And I don't want to drink like a Celsius.
yeah. Well, yeah, that stuff though. That was wicked. Are you supposed to mix it up or something, or maybe that's what I
Um,
didn't do?
yeah, all of like the stuff on the bottom. So there's like collagen in it, which is good for like your hair, skin, and nails. And there's like herbal tea on the bottom. And then you put like the top layer on to give it like that layered look. So normally
Okay.
you should mix it so it all like gets in there
All right.
because it's just flavoring on the top.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't need any kind of like collagen for my hair or anything like that. So I can
I know
see why
it.
that's a girl's drink.
Yeah, but it makes me bounce off the walls like it's crazy, and it's good for you
Yeah.
because I used to
Yeah.
drink Red Bull all the time, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
That
this is
stuff.
not healthy.
No, it's not good for you.
Yeah,
Well,
so
cool.
normally that's just what I have.
That's awesome. I learned something today. All right. Okay. So, all right. So, still pregame here. What, uh, what superstitions do you have?
I don't really have any superstitions. The only thing that I have thought of in the past like couple weeks when I read the questions, I realized that I usually do good when I have holes in my socks. So like if my heel's sticking out and I have like three toes sticking out of my sock, I
You're
usually
gonna
do
have a good
better.
day. That's
Which
awesome.
I don't like purposely, wear them with the holes because it's uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
I like ended up realizing that.
Sometimes it happens though, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
That's funny. I've never heard that one. That was a cool one.
Yeah.
It's fun. Anything that makes you feel comfortable with playing. If it's
Mhm.
holy socks, then hey, it works for you. It's all that matters.
I probably do have a pregame ritual that I've never like thought about because I've just always done it forever.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that's good. Okay, cool. All right, so let's talk about on the field. What's your most memorable moment on the field? And it could be big win, a funny play, anything like that.
Does it have to be from high school?
No, no, no. You can do whatever.
Okay. So my most memorable moment would be in 14U when I played for Rage. That was like our year where all of the girls on our team have been playing together for like several years.
Okay.
We've always been pretty good, we've had our ups and downs. We never won a championship game until this one weekend. It was in Canfield. Um, or no, I think it was Boardman. I always get those two confused. It was
Yeah,
in
Boardman,
Boardman.
the
It was
Field
the
of
Father's,
Dreams.
yeah, it was the Father's Day like
Yeah.
classic. Um, we like won every game that weekend, and we do good, but like we've never won like every single game in a row.
Uh,
And then we made it to the championship game. But the team that we played is a team that we've actually played in like a couple of championship games and just like regular tournament games, and they've always beat us by like a lot. But since we were doing so good, I'm like, all right, guys, we got this. We're gonna win
yeah.
this. So we all had that mentality, like, do not give up. And so we ended up winning that game, and that was like our
Nice.
first ever championship win because we've been in championship games before,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it was just a really like memorable thing because
It's when
yeah,
you get that momentum in those tournaments, and usually on Sunday, whoever's the hot team is typically who wins.
yeah, like number one seed.
Yeah. I mean, not really even not what you do on Saturday. It's what you do on Sunday. So you
Yeah,
might have a number one seed that may not have a good Sunday. I mean, I,
mm-hmm,
I remember a team that I coached. We were 0-4 on Saturday, maybe 0-3,
mm-hmm,
and then we were undefeated and won the championship on Sunday. So it
yeah,
all depends. But to be hot the entire weekend, that was probably a lot of fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's the good thing about catching for some reason, just with the way that I am, since I catch so much, the heat doesn't bother me.
That's
like
a
at
good
all.
point. Yeah.
And same with being cold. So the one time we played in like Triadelphia in like December, and like they don't have any heat there. Do you like know the
Is
area
that
I'm
in
talking
West
about?
Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like 15 degrees in there. There was no
Jeez.
heat. There was it was like a blizzard outside. All of the cold air was flowing in. I had on a tank top.
Ugh, that's
Did
crazy.
not bother me.
Yeah.
My coach Scott kept saying "Sun's out, guns out."
Hey, that's good in the cold because when you guys start playing in March, it's typically pretty cold out.
Yeah, or it's pouring.
Rain, yeah. And Hopewell can't play when it rains because your field's underwater.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I think the season where we had the most practices on that field was like last year, and we only had like 3 or 4.
That's crazy.
We always played on the turf with the track kids running around.
Yeah, yeah. Did they fix that yet? The drain?
No, I don't think they're going to for a couple years. I think you have to like, I don't even know, like probably put like a whole lot more dirt on the
Yeah,
field.
they probably need to regrade everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and of course, girls' sports always get the last the last
Yeah.
bit of money,
Yeah.
which drives me crazy, but whatever.
It
Okay.
does.
All right. So next question. So let's see, you're not a pitcher. So who's the toughest pitcher you faced during your high school career?
Definitely Peyton List.
Yep. Everyone's saying that.
I'm sure that's an answer a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
I remember my freshman year, I always like she was the talk, like she's going D1, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, that's fine. I'm gonna head off of her. I'm gonna be that one person who's gonna crank it.
Yeah.
No, no. First thing I know, she's like winding her hand up, and then I blink, and then it's already past me, and I'm like, oh,
It's insane how
I'm not
tall
headed.
she is. She's so tall, and she's on top of you when she pitches.
And she's a
It's almost
nasty
not
spin.
fair. Yeah. It's just not fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a couple girls who didn't say Peyton just because they never faced her. That's why.
Oh.
Everyone who faced her is like Peyton List. But I
Yeah.
totally agree. She's phenomenal. She's going to be in history probably one of the best players that we've ever seen come out of this area. She's really good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so teammates and team spirit. So if you could give an award to any of your teammates, who would it be and for what?
I feel like that's a hard question. I could not give it to just one teammate. If I were to select like a few people, it would just be my fellow seniors.
Okay.
I think it would be for determination because, I mean, my seniors, like the four of us have been playing for like forever. We all played on like the same travel team for years. I can tell that that all three of them have like determination. They are very, very hardworking, and you can tell how much love they have for the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Now, who are the seniors? I know I can't say her name. It's
Tallulah.
Yes.
I was talking to my mom about that before this.
I can never say her name. Like even if you just told me how to say it, I still couldn't say it. Like my tongue doesn't work that way, I guess. I don't know.
You could always just call her Lula or T.
I'll stick with T. It's a lot easy.
Yeah.
Who else are seniors?
Kara Barkovich and Bella Kakage.
Okay. I think I'm going to interview, I think Kara.
Yeah, she said that you reached out to her.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. So, and if your other teammates want to do an interview, tell them to reach out to me.
I will.
Not everyone is on Instagram, and there's no other way for me to reach out to anybody. So if they're not heavy Instagram users, then I'm not able to ping them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, have them reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to add them to the list.
I will.
Okay, next question. So here we go. Let's switch it around now. What's one word your teammates would use to describe you?
I would say smiley.
Smiley. And you haven't stopped smiling since we started this, so.
Yeah, I get told that a lot. When I tried out for Spirit, my coach Jim Westwood was like, "Do you ever stop smiling?" Because I always smile. Like my coach Rhonda said, she remembers whenever we played Central Valley my sophomore year and Lula hit that game-winning hit, and I was running around Surge. She said how she always remembers how like huge my smile
You were
was.
smiling the whole way.
Yeah.
That was a fun game, that when you guys had that walk-off hit.
Yeah,
I
I love
still
that
think
word.
that ball that Jordy Glumac hit,
Oh
that should have
yeah.
been a home run. Like, we should have
Oh,
just said,
yeah.
yeah, that's a home run.
Yeah, I
She
think that
crushed
hit
that
was
ball.
I think that hit was the reason why we got the fence put in, like pushed back.
Yeah, that was crazy. So you guys moved your fence in?
Yeah, so Rhonda's daughter Christy, she has a lot of followers on TikTok for like
Okay.
fitness.
Uh-huh.
And so she was nice enough to donate so we could get a new fence pushed in, like our fence
Okay.
pushed in. So
Yeah.
now it's like, I don't even know, but it's not as far as it was.
Yeah, that was insane. She hit that ball. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
crush that. But yeah, you guys, if you would have lost that game because that didn't count as a home run, that would have been disappointing.
Yeah, it would have been.
I think was she the winning run or the tying run?
So it was 2 outs, and Jordy was on third, and because she hit that triple, and then I was up to bat, and then I just like stuck my bat out, and it like was a little blooper over the shortstop's head, and thank goodness it landed because she was really tall, and I was like, she's gonna catch it.
Yeah, yeah.
So Jordy came in, and I got to first, and then Lula hit that
Okay.
like over and left.
Yeah, so Jordy was the tying run. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good game. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Even though we lost, but I won't hold that against you.
But then you ended up beating us when we played you guys
At home.
Central Valley. Yeah.
In our matchbox field where Jordy would have hit the football field on that hit she had in. Yeah, but that's good. It was fun playing you guys whenever my daughter played.
Yeah. I like the rivalry. It
Yeah,
was fun.
yeah, for sure. Okay. I had something else on my mind that I forget. It happens. I just turned 50 this past year, so I start forgetting
Cool.
things easily. Okay. All right, so let's go. Looking ahead. So what are your plans after graduation? And do you see yourself playing softball at the next level?
So I'm kind of undecided right now. I am
Okay.
planning on going, as of right now, I'm planning on going to Slippery Rock to study safety management.
Okay.
I was very late on the recruiting process. I just never really bothered with doing it.
Yeah.
So by the time I kind of realized, I was like, oh, well, I should probably just try and see if I could play for Slippery Rock. They already had their 25 players. So it's more just if I end up wanting to try and walk on in the fall.
I would do that.
Mhm.
Try to walk on. It's
I'm planning on it.
what's that?
I am planning on it. Right now. Something might change though.
Yeah. Slippery Rock, I liked their coaches. They played my daughter's team in the fall,
Mhm.
and they have a big bench. I mean, you could easily walk on that team, I'm sure, and they would enjoy it to have you.
Thank you.
Just go in there smiling, and she'll fall for it, no doubt.
Well,
I do like
thank
their
you.
coaches, though. I think you would
Yeah.
like it there. I know Shay Shaw from Western
yeah.
Beaver plays there. Do you know her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Then
Yeah.
Macy was teammates with one of the pitchers, Kayla. I forget her last name. Kayla
Mhm.
Williams. That's who it was. She was teammates with Macy on Team PA.
Uh-huh.
So, but yeah. But yeah, good for you. You know what to do. Did you get accepted and everything?
I did.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's final. You're going. That's where you're going.
Not 100%. I didn't commit yet
Okay.
because I mean, I still have until like May to accept it full, like to commit. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of just like waiting around because I'd hate to like end up changing my mind.
Yeah. It's
And
hard.
then, yeah.
It's hard. I always think that, it's a big decision. It's a big move into college, and it's a huge commitment. And,
Yeah.
it can be intimidating for sure.
Yeah. I'm such a homebody too. Like, I wasn't even planning on going away to college. I'm like, I am not using a communal bathroom. That was like my one thing, like, no communal bathroom.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I'm not going away to college. But then my cousin actually went there. She graduated in like 2016. She's like, come on, just give it a try and tour it. And I'm like, I love it here.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
it
good.
feels like home.
Yeah. So I'm going to warn you, we have 10 minutes left because I refuse to pay Zoom any money. So I only
Oh,
have
that's
40-minute meetings. So if
That's
we
okay.
don't get through the questions, I'll send you another link to join for another 40
Okay.
because I don't
That's
want to
fine.
cut you short. You're fun to interview. Some girls are tough. They don't talk very much, so you got to drag words out of them. So
Yeah, I was really nervous to do this. I was like
uh,
nervous, excited, but now I'm really comfortable.
yeah, it's fine. We're just talking softball.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and what did you say your major was again?
Safety management.
Safety management. That's cool. What put you into that? Like, what made you interested in that?
So I did an internship in the summer for Range Resources up in Cannonsburg.
Okay.
Um, it was really fun. I liked it. I did like CAD drawings there. And so I was at a computer all day. So I
Okay.
kind of realized that I do not want to be at a computer all
Yeah,
day,
it's
but
hard.
I also don't want to be outside
Okay.
the whole day. So they talked to me there about, safety management. And I've always also wanted to like help people. So but I couldn't do like the medical field because I can't even watch Grey's Anatomy without getting nauseous. So
Same
I knew
here.
that wasn't going to work. So, but
Yeah.
I'm like, well, safety management, you're inside and outside, and you get to help people. And hopefully there won't be any blood because I'll be responsible. So I need to
It's
prevent
funny.
it.
I'll tell you this story. Um, I got a tattoo. This is years ago.
Hmm.
And when my kids were born, both of them, I got their name on my arm. And I went in there. I didn't eat anything. So
Oh
I'm getting
boy.
a tattoo, pass out. The tattoo guy, I come to. He's like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah." And he kept on going. I passed out again. And
Oh my God.
he was so mad at me. When I come to, I'm not going to say what he called me, but he called me a few names. And he gave me a popsicle. So I'm in the tattoo parlor eating this popsicle. Felt like a total idiot. And then he finally started again and was able to finish. But yeah, I'm not real good with that stuff either.
Was it from the pain or just like the process of it?
It,
Like,
it didn't really hurt that much.
uh,
I just think it was just because I didn't eat. If I would have ate, I probably would have been fine. It wasn't like I was saying, ow. I mean, you feel it. I'm not going to tell you it doesn't hurt, but yeah,
yeah.
that's a tough story. But hey, I'm my whole family is got weak stomachs, so totally understand
Yeah.
how it goes.
I'm good with blood. Like if I like scrape my knee, like I'll just clean it up. But once it gets anywhere past that, like I remember some girl in 8th grade, she like got a cut in her finger from workshop and you could like see her flesh. And that's like when I knew like
That
I
was
couldn't do
over.
it. Like, oh
It gives me chills just thinking about it.
yeah, like I twitch like thinking about that stuff,
Yeah.
like how the body works. I don't want to hear it.
Right. Right. All right. So one thing that I do a lot of streaming with the youth kids, the youth players, and
Oh yeah, I watch them.
yeah, there's a big following. A lot of, and when I go up to fields and stuff, a lot of the kids are excited and they come say hi and everything. It's pretty cool. So there's a lot of young kids that watch this network and these interviews. So
Yeah.
what's one piece of advice you'd give younger players who look up to you?
Something that I would give as advice would, well, can I get two?
I don't know, you can, this is your show. You can do whatever you want.
Well, the first thing is to just have fun with the sport. Like, don't worry about the mistakes.
Yeah.
And then the second one would be to not wait on the recruiting process.
Okay.
Just try and do it. Since I was on the border on wanting to play in college or not, that's why I waited. But even if you aren't unsure if you want to, or even if you don't really want to, it's better to just still like try and get recruited.
Yeah.
The worst thing that could happen is just that you're offered and you just decline it,
And you can
because
say
getting
no.
getting an offer doesn't mean that you're tied down to that team.
Yeah.
You could always just decline them.
Yeah.
But even if you don't want to, and then you decide last second that you want to, then you have that ability to
Yeah.
choose from a team.
Yeah. It's important to get into that, because usually if you wait, you're too late. And then if you're too late, it's hard to get started. It's just one of those things that you need to jump in line quickly, or it's going to be hard for you to get. It's like a merry-go-round. Once it starts up, if you're not on it, it's going to be tough to get on.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
the coaches aren't going to wait around.
Yeah, right.
They'll just look for someone else.
Yeah, yeah. And there's so many girls out there nowadays. Recruiting's really tough.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. So if you could have one superpower on the field, what would it be?
All of them. If I had to choose one, that would be like super strength, like having a strong arm, because I think I have a good arm, but
Yeah.
I could always use a better one.
Right.
And some of my teammates can throw the ball from the outfield fence to home plate without it bouncing, and I'm like, wow, I wish I could do that.
Have you ever measured your pop speed?
Oh, I don't remember.
No.
It was like 0.28. No, not 0.28, 2.8 something.
Yeah.
I think I could be way off.
You're probably way off.
Wait, what's a normal pop speed?
You're around 2 is where you want to be. How
No.
old were you when you got it measured?
It was this past fall.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm wrong. I think it's 1.8, but I'm also not gonna
It
lie.
might be 1.8.
I have no idea.
1.8 would be better. Yeah. 2.8. You're not throwing 2.8. If you threw 2.8, Rhonda would not have you at catcher.
She's probably laugh. She'll laugh when she
sees us.
When you come film, you can do my pop speed.
Yeah, I can do it on video. I can when we record you guys or stream you guys, I'll do it. I'll tell you what it is. But yeah, you're probably under 2. That's where you want to be.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where you want to be. Okay, last question. You ready?
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't know if we're going to get this in, but we're going to try.
Okay.
So fill in the blank. Softball is what?
Softball is my life.
Yes.
I don't think softball is in my life in a way I let it affect everything. I don't take what is on the field into my regular life, but It's more of I have been doing it nonstop since I could. I literally did t-ball when I was younger because I wasn't old enough to do softball. Yeah, so I basically been playing softball since 2019. So for the past almost 5 years, well, almost 6 now. That's all that I've known. I would always have softball every Sunday. In the winter, I'd have it a couple days in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
Summer, every single weekend, we'd drive 45 minutes over an hour away.
It's crazy how much time you invest in it. That's a show that I was thinking about doing maybe next season is what do you do after softball's over. Because
Yeah.
it's like when you guys are done, I know like when I was done playing, it just went away. And you're standing there like, now what? Like, and it's
Yeah.
hard to think about.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of like bounce off that by saying to the younger ones, like, don't let your mistakes affect you because when like the sport is over, you're not gonna look back and be like, wow, I wish I didn't drop that ball in right field.
Yeah, it's
Like
true.
it's yeah.
Yeah, you gotta enjoy the moment because you
Yeah.
don't know when it's going to be your last time playing. I mean, you can have like a serious knee injury or something and never be able to play again. So
Right.
yeah,
That's really true.
yeah, that's cool. All right. So do you have anything else that we didn't talk about that you like? Tell me about your season this year. We didn't talk about that much.
Like Hopewell.
Yeah, Hopewell season.
I think we had a pretty good season this year. We had I don't know. We did do good. I mean, all the girls put in a lot of hard work on and off the field.
Yeah,
I feel like we just had a little bit of things where, like, drama is always an issue, always with girls.
always with girls. I'll tell you
Yeah.
this. I coached my daughter up until 14U, and I seriously stopped coaching because of 13-year-old girls.
Yeah.
I couldn't deal with it. You guys were too much for me.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, just if someone bothers you, just let it go. Like,
Yeah,
you can get mad about it in your head. You don't need to,
act
ruin
on it.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
because
sometimes it's easier said than done though, sometimes. Especially with girls. Yeah.
yeah.
You're not saying much.
I don't know. That's a sensitive topic.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look.
I've personally dealt with that kind of stuff, like when I was younger and stuff, but
Yeah. Everyone
really,
deals with it, especially when they're
yeah.
younger. I mean, my kids dealt with it too. It's my youngest, Macy, she's the softball player. My oldest doesn't play softball or any sports for that matter, but Macy is she's a fire plug. So she's like, she'll get mad at people and she'll give them dirty looks. And she's done it ever since she was little and she still does it today. We're like, man, she got to calm down a little bit. she don't take it,
Yeah.
but
That's funny.
it's hard. I mean, I know with girls, it's tough,
It
especially
helps you grow.
in 7th and 8th grade is when it's really hard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, that was COVID, so everyone was more worried about the world ending.
Yeah, I guess so for you guys, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what about this season coming? You told me about last season. I want to know what's going on this season.
I'm excited. Yeah. Like I said, all the girls put in so much work. Like,
Yeah.
you can tell that our coaches care a lot too about us
Oh, there's no
succeeding.
doubt. Yeah. Yeah, I like your coaches. Who's going to be your pitcher this year?
We have several pitchers. I can't really name one. We have Kara. She's getting back into pitching. She
Oh,
kind of
okay.
stopped a little bit there, but
She hurt her knee or something, didn't she?
yeah, she tore her meniscus.
Okay.
Knocking on wood. I think sophomore year. I don't know why I can't remember right
It was
now.
2 years ago. Like last year, I think was,
Yeah, it was sophomore year because she like joined back halfway through the season.
yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you know what section you're in? Are you still in with CV?
Yeah, and Avonworth just moved into our section too.
Yes. And then I think, is Beaver in it too? They shuffle things around every couple years. I can't keep up with it.
I don't know. They might be.
It's a fun section. I think Blackhawk's in it too. I think it's Blackhawk, Beaver, you guys, CV, and maybe Avonworth.
CV moved up. with Blackhawk and Beaver. We're still down with
That's
like
what happened.
Quaker
Okay.
Valley, Beaver Falls. It's just since Quaker Valley moved up, Avonworth moved into our section, like
Okay.
Ridley
Okay.
said.
So I'm thinking, okay. So, all right. That makes sense.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm excited to play Avonworth. Like we played them in our playoff game.
yeah. They lost their pitcher and catcher to graduation.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't know if they have any others. But yeah, Lancey and Gray, I think the catcher's name was. They were both really good and they graduated. So they won't be quite as dominant as they were. They were a tough team.
Big shoes to fill.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Okay. Anything else?
Going back to the pitchers.
Okay.
We also have Allie from Ailey.
She pitched a little bit last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like Maya and Allie. And we also have like a lot of freshman pitchers coming up. We do also have Alana Cobalt, who's a sophomore.
What's her name again?
Alana Cobalt.
Cobalt. I remember that. I don't know. Did she play much last year?
She played outfield and hit in the lineup.
Okay. I don't remember her name. It's a lot of names to remember. It's kind of tough.
Yeah, you should have like a notebook.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And you're going to be the catcher?
Yeah, I'm hoping to split time with probably Dakota Roach.
I remember that name. She'll be a sophomore, right? Or was she a freshman this year?
She's going into her sophomore year. Wait, no,
She'll
she's
be
in her sophomore year.
She'll be a sophomore. Okay.
Yeah, I'm forgetting everything.
No, that's okay. You're just not thinking next year's now. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember her from the fall. The fall games. I remember her name. Cool. All right. Well,
thank you so much for having me.
No, thanks for doing this, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I hope to talk to you in the spring.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm at the games, feel free to stop by and I'll chit chat with you. Hopefully you guys do well this year.
Oh, we will.
Yep. All right. Well,
all right. Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll see you. It's in the spring. See ya.
Yep.
All right. Bye-bye.